Hi, a very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss a case note of Miss Margaret Helen Martin, who is an 81-year-old lady, single. She is going to get discharged tomorrow from our Green Valley Public Hospital. You are a ward nurse in the hospital, so you're going to write a letter to the nurse in charge of the district nursing service, and you have to outline in the letter Ms. Martin's situation and anticipated needs. So we need to say what is the situation and what is her anticipated needs. Okay, so you are going to see the situation first. So what is the situation? Margaret Helen Martin is an 81-year-old girl and a lady, and she is living in 3023 3rd Avenue, Green Valley. Admission date is 15, so that is today. So why is it today? Because we have in the writing task that she is going to get discharged tomorrow after the cardiology report. That cardiology report is not yet received, so we are going to discharge her tomorrow. So tomorrow, in the sense 16 is her discharge date. So today's date is 15, so you're writing the letter on 15th of, this is the date of admission. And why she came? She came for angioplasty. So why she came for the angioplasty? She had the coronary artery disease and angina in coronary artery. So let's go with the social background. Let's have an overview. No children, independent living, financially independent, siblings, but no contacts in between. Not that much contact, intermittent contacts are there, no longer drives. So she is delivering, she is ordering food from Wheels and have frozen foods during weekend. So she has a lax dietary pattern, not a disciplined dietary pattern. And she has a solitary life, and she doesn't have that much relationship with the three siblings who are living nearby. But she is financially independent and likes to live her own. That's what. And in 2008, she had an angioplasty following a coronary artery disease. And she had a previous celiac disease. Angioplasty was done. And right now, she's anxious about her health and age. And now she has some medications here: hypertension, coronary artery disease, hypocholesterolemia. Right now, she is overweight and her BMI is 29.5. And she leads a sedentary lifestyle. So, and her mother had heart disease. One more thing is that she has hearing impairment, and she wears a hearing aid. Now, she has a routine post-operative recovery after the angioplasty, but you can see some bruises at her catheterization site, but you know that there is no signs of infection and bleedings. She's anxious of returning home. Now, this is the pattern. Now, we understood that she had an incident before coronary artery disease, and she's hypertensive, she's hypercholesterolemia, she has celiac disease, she has hearing impairment. These are the outlines. So what we have to deliver to the nurse in charge. Now, what about the instructions about, we have to give instructions about dietary pattern, physiotherapy pattern, and other. So regarding dietary pattern, she has to have low calorie, high protein, low cholesterol, gluten-free diet. And she has to have a more fluid and small and frequent diet. So now regarding physiotherapy, she needs small exercises regarding like 15 minutes walk. Now we have to arrange family visits in order to avoid the risk of isolation. medication regime you have to adhere to. You have to monitor the wound site for the infection. So that's a discharge plan. Now, what is the anticipated needs? She needs health visit, a home visit from this district nurse or community health nurse to monitor her adherence to the post-operative medications, exercise, and diet regimen, regular monitored by doctor, dietitian, and physio. And danger of family isolation is there, so you have to take care of this thing. So two things you have to care. One is outlining the necessary information to the nurse in charge. Second thing is that the requirements. So let us see what is happening. Today's date is 15 July. You're writing to the nurse in charge. Dear sir or madam, and date of birth is given. I'm writing to refer Miss Margaret Helen Martin, who is recovering after an angioplasty. Yes, an angioplasty. She requires service from you in meeting her anticipated needs following her discharge back home tomorrow. So that's it. Mr. Martin was admitted to our care today and has undergone the aforementioned procedure since she was diagnosed with coronary artery disease for the second time. Though this is this turning point. So for the second time she has. So first time it was in 2008 and now it's in 2017. So she came and underwent the aforementioned procedure, that's angioplasty, at our hospital today. What about the post-operative thing? So except some bruises at the catheter incision, right? Her overall post-operative prognosis was satisfactory. So her prognosis was satisfactory, but she has some bruises at the catheter insertion site. During hospitalization, she was seen by a dietitian who recommended small and frequent diet, which is low calorie, high protein, low cholesterol. So this is what you have to edit here. Now we have to see she upon discharge, she is recommended to have small and frequent diet, which is low calorie, high protein, low cholesterol, and blood pressure. She is also suggested to do light exercises regularly. Now, this particular sentence will not fit here. However, she is really anxious about her coping after discharge. At present, she is really anxious about coping after discharge. So there is a comma here. So that's it. So now we have made the editing there. So let us go ahead with that. Mr. Martin was admitted to our care today and has undergone the aforementioned procedures and she was diagnosed with this thing. Second time, except some bruises, satisfactory. Upon discharge, she is recommended to have small and frequent diet, low calorie, high protein, low cholesterol, gluten-free. She's also suggested to do light exercise regularly. At present, she is really anxious about her coping after discharge. Now, background information and past medical history. She lives alone in her house and has only intermittent contact with her relatives who are nearby. She was first diagnosed with CID in 2008. So we have use the short forms. Coronary artery disease, we have already mentioned the full form earlier, and we are writing to a medical professional, no problem, for which she is underwent angioplasty. She is overweight and has hearing issues. Background informations. Also, she has a history of hypertension and hypocholesterolemia, for which she is on regular medication. Regular medications. It would be appreciated if you could arrange regular home visits for Miss Martin to monitor adherence to her medication, exercise, and dietary regimen. Supervised by the respective professional team. So respective professional team, medicine, doctor, exercise, physiotherapy, dietary regimen, dietitian. So kindly assess her wound site for any bruises, bruises or any sign of infection. If not, she is vulnerable to family isolation and therefore needs family support. Frequent family support. That's it. So that is the end of the letter. So that's explanation. We have written paragraphs. We divided into 3 paragraphs outlining the present condition, the past condition and social history, the requirements. That's it. Thank you.